Welcome to the second broadcast of Doki Doki Literature Club. Thank you all for returning, or if this is your first time, you just know that this is about depression and horror and psychological weirdness, and there's a girl who may or may not have witnessed a murder and another girl who may or may not kill raccoons in her free time. So let's get on to this. Yeah, let's make sure. I managed to fill up my Batman jug with water for when my voice gives out halfway through the stream tonight. I gotta warm up. Oh, trust me, this game has the game itself in dialogue. They reference the fact that things are about to get weird and that things that look cute on the outside may in fact hide darkness. All right, so here we go with Sayori. ... It's nice, I guess. Tilde. Come on. I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Damn, she's onto me. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Actually, I totally did. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. Or does it? This girl literally associates happiness with suicide, okay? This is bad. This is bad. She's going down a dark path. Come back, Sayori. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. Tilde. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, AP. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. In case you're wondering, the main character's an edgelord, so I'm just fulfilling my edgelord destiny. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay, Tilde. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow, Tilde. We already know that he basically walks home with Sayori every single day. So this is just saying warning signs all over the place. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Thank you. I'm glad that my edgelordness is surprisingly enough. Alright, tsundere girl. Yeah, no thanks. Huh? You didn't even... Next! Wow, that was quick. Apparently, if you love Yuri, no one else will talk to you. Fortunately, Monika's here. Monika's a great young lady. She's definitely not... I don't know what her deal is. Hi, AP Tilde. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people... I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. ... Your style's gotten so refined, AP. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I did feed her chocolate. I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple of days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. Yeah, that's... It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day, Anime Lean. Reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing without stabbing raccoons to death. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. Alright, Tilde. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. Tilde. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright, but your last poem was seriously disturbed, so... Okay, I'm getting ready. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every This isn't so bad so far. Now I'm really worried where it's going. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others turn away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glittering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. Well, nihilism, everybody. Here we go. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Wonderful. Nihilism. The thing about nihilism is that when nothing matters, you can choose what matters. Wow. Kai, Lexi, welcome. You know. Oh, sorry. I'm still in edgelord mode. Monika's not an edgelord. Probably. She seems like a nice girl. I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Alright, here comes the meta. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening, Tilde! Just in case you're wondering, by the way, I occasionally put tildes on the end of my comments. I'm literally making this hand gesture when I do that. It's to represent my playful sarcasm. Thanks, Kai. Thanks. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Oh, of course, it's fucking Natsuki. Natsuki's here to ruin everything. I didn't even get to read her poem. Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange right now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. The catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to, anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. Actually, she wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. Thanks, Vampire Tooth. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcake. Of course she will. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri... Yuri, you can... Guys... Can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too? Geez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. That's surprisingly adult. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere. About that. I love atmosphere! Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts to... Oh shit, that's right. She likes dark, broody, edgy stuff. Oh, this is a disaster. Complete mistake! No! No! Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, AP. The one who is truly useless. That's me. Tunnel snakes rule. Don't say that. Tunnel snakes don't rule. In fact, tunnel snakes suck. Both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. Oh boy. You know where I'm going. I'm going to Yuri's house. Wait, I'm pointing the wrong direction. No, am I? No. I mean, I guess I'm... Okay. You could always help me out as well. I would really be appreciative of that. That's... Is Monika suggesting I spend the weekend with one of the club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. Whoa. Just gonna let that one slide. It's not like Monika's giving me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. It's tsundere as heck. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking all on your own. AP might not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. She said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for AP to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. Obviously he's going to choose me, Monika, the club president. In the end, I think it's up for AP to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten a chance to spend any time with me, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well, sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. It's not like I like him or anything. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. AP, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Obviously, I choose to... Oh, hey. Secret choice, Sayori. But I know where my heart and mind is. Well, I'll probably be the most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No. I was just saying... Ugh. So, you'll be helping Yuri then, AP? Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistance would be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. She didn't say she was fine. The second time, she said she wasn't fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. You guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, AP? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. It's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? ... Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why AP picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so, I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting mature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. Sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. I activate my Sharingan Eye. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm going to say this. ... You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Eh? I turn around. Sorry. I realized I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Here, we should definitely exchange phone numbers, emails, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tinder. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought I would be the one going to your house, since I'm the one helping you. I have no decoration materials. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer to go to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I can manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, AP. I think that we'll make a very productive team, even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? Playing with hair. Later, Lexi. I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Eh? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. What I'm really saying, Yuri, is I want you. More than anyone, darling. And that's when the dating sim became a musical. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. I immediately stop her because she's overthinking things, and she told me to do that when she's overthinking things. She looks straight into my eyes for a long time. I begin to wonder, why is her hair purple? Also, why are her eyes violet? That's not natural. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. With that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, I haven't cleaned my room in 3 months. There's no... I'll get there. There's no... Some of these signs are just so anime. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. Man, chat is lit tonight. Holy shit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert, and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. He was extremely apprehensive at first, But it wasn't long before I was learning more about... Okay. Extremely apprehensive at first. It's... let's do the math. They clearly left on a Friday afternoon, right? Friday afternoon. It's now Sunday morning. Literally had, like, 30 hours to text this girl. Like, she could... Just... Get your things together. Get your... Come on, main character. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything. I just felt pretty tsundere about that. But I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said. Is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and save before the tears come out. Just want to Han Solo, and I've got a bad feeling about this. I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Let's see here. Just a quick analysis. Fancy calendar, giant cow, giant thingy, numerous plants, a cabinet for some reason. I mean, I wouldn't assume you keep clothes in there. This quilty thing looks kind of cool, though. Cup. Okay, she's not dead. It's fine. It's getting too worried about nothing. Hi, AP Tilde. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. And not that cool silence you have with good friends. The uncomfortable silence. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Oh, not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always... I mean, if this is messy, Jesus. Let's not even talk about my actual room. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Thanks, Bear. Tilde. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monika told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monika today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep, Tilde. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Because she is 360 degrees by 360 degrees, she stares somewhat down and to the right. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. Going for the harem ending? No, Bear, I'm not going for the harem ending. I want to end up with my girl, Yuri. And then we can go back and make some changes. We'll try to, have a relationship with each girl and then see if we can do the, But somehow I think things are not going to end well, given all of the psychological horror warnings on this game. You literally need to sign a warning to look at it on Steam. You need to sign a warning when you start the game, and you need to sign a warning when you begin a new playthrough. So, I'm just saying, when they triple Roshamon wall you before you start the game, there might be some weird horror. I know you too well. Oh, snap. Twitch just completely dropped out for me. Alright, we're back. We're back. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, AP. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. I can't believe that as we get older, our relationships would change and get more complex, that we would grow as people. And, wait, what am I saying? If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake. Oh, what the heck happened? Oh wait, does that disappear when you right-click? I had no idea. And you wouldn't have been so worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? Wow, this is really sad. I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. Wow. Holy shit, dude. This is some dialogue. Just wants to torture me. Bill Day? Sayori. I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. I really need to play this right, because this shit is frightening. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Till I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. And in her mind, all she hears is, I won't be able to stop thinking. Swish! Anime hair wind blow. About you. Ah. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, AP, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Tilde? These are depressed tildes. You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, AP? I guess I have no choice this time. It's time for me to reveal that I really like you! The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Probably because you eat breakfast. Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. Listen, sister, I've been here. This is some dark shit. What reason is there to do anything when I know fully well how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? Been here, man, late teens. That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. ... I'm in shock at the serious need of psychological help this girl needs. Why have her parents not gotten her any level of counseling at all? I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Oh my god, why would you say that? Oh my god, no! 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 No, just in case you're wondering how to handle this situation, this is like the fucking worst way to do it. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend, Anime Nakama. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, AP. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. Feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat swung against my head. Ha ha, Tilde. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Ha ha ha. Tilde. The waves of depression going past, the bleak isolation of a gray ocean. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. That's what I'll do. No, AP. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could have been like it always was. If only you had chosen to walk me home to Thursday afternoon, I would have stopped being depressed and stayed regularly depressed. Ultra depressed? There's different levels of my depression. I, Sayori, just wanted everything to stay the same. Being regularly depressed, but now I'm super depressed. Depressed people do feel this way, by the way. That is a thought process. Back to the game. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you come here and I made you hurt too. Just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. I swear to God, if you say something with a tilde after it in the next line. There we go. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Ah, AP. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. I wouldn't have met Yuri otherwise. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. You are my Nakama. I wouldn't have it any other way. AP. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. Well, okay. I always assumed the main character was a little bit taller than Sayori. She seemed like she was the second shortest person, so for her to sob in the ear, she would need to be within like 4 inches? I guess that would make the main character something like 5'6" to 5'8". Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. AP, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. The right thing is to seek psychological counseling immediately. But all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. Twisted teenage logic. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. She literally just said she doesn't want anything to change, dog. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. ... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, AP. Don't worry, Sayori. Literally no one does. We're all incredibly complicated balls of mess. Memories of all of the past mistakes we've ever had haunt us right before we go to sleep. Random flashes during the day of people that we've hurt. Pretty much sucks. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want to do. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? No, I don't understand. I literally have no idea. It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. I know that you don't have enough points of intelligence. Don't worry about it too much. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. Anxiety and lust compete in my teenage male brain. Hormones drive me forward. I think Sayori is right. Shouldn't be worrying too much. And we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri. Ah. Oh, yeah, that's like a nice turtleneck sweater. Your voice for in-game AP sounds like Creeper mode. It's not Creeper mode. It's Edgelord mode. Let me get a drink before I wreck my throat. Ah. Thank goodness. You're a little early. Sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that, for some reason. It should have been common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. Did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least, I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. Computer. Closet door open. Flat screen TV. I don't see any game system. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, this is like an average-ish room. Nothing too weird about it. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. Ah, no. I'd be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. Ah, that would have been even more embarrassing. You would have found about my... Wait. Pretend I didn't say anything. Wait, look at there. Everyone's mind goes to the same place, and so does the game. Ah, boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which is in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly in her lap as if she's making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Ah, yes. I have a few things planned that you can help me with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? Actually, I want to redo this line. I'm gonna go with Metal Gear Solid. Just need to warm up real quick. You're that ninja. A hanger. Metal Gear. Atmospheric enhancements. There we go. You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles, some occult shit. Oh wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Though many will stop by just out of curiosity, or cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. He pulls out a few candles in a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. Think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils and herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even make it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer, and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think it'll be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. But you're using that in my room while we're together, alone. We don't appear to have parents anywhere in existence. I literally walked in Sayori's house and she was the only person there. Do we have parents? Why is my heart beating slightly faster? But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang them from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, AP. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I've finished cutting the ribbons. Ah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then, she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Yeah? The knife is strangely beautiful. This is about to get weird, son. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. This is a Metal Gear line, too. A hanger? You're that ninja. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well. Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know. If you promise you won't be weirded out, this is the knife I killed that raccoon with. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe? What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Ha ha ha. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. Well, it's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool-looking knife, I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious at its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! AP! Why would you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Ah! I knew this was coming. See if I could get through this sentence without breaking down. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri. It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. I was totally into it. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? And I mean, we are always putting things in our mouth. Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be the stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. What the shit? This guy's a moron. AP! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. ... Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, AP. Yuri giggles shyly. Huh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? Ah, I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Aw, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you have to fill the cups too much, it'll be diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, putting it back over her arm. Is she cutting herself? Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to wrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I would like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, and then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, we'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. Alright, this is considerably less dark than I thought it would be. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides, so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class projects we had to do back then. It's relaxing. First of all, Kai, that sweater is cute. That's a perfect reason to wear it. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like it when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Haha, typical anime. Yeah. Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. Just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Well, this is about to get uncomfortably intimate between two teenagers. Here. Oh my god, lick it off again? That's the 2 hentai mode. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Ah. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. This is like that time I was at a steakhouse and they gave us hot towels for our hands. It's really nice. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Ah. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped in her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Ah. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I have been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. That keeps happening to these two. They keep having really intense moments and then suddenly it's gone. Ah, good evening, Durdley. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush, continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Wow, that's the most surprisingly forward thing I think she said so far. And it shows a lot of confidence. No, it's not that. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left. I was secretly hoping that we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, ... Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets an opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean that this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Swoosh! Anime hair. Whenever you want, you can come over. Or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, AP. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Oh, that's interesting. That's so interesting. Your brain, the normal person's brain, associates holding hands as being more intimate than kissing. So the fact that she would be so forward about this. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Huh? Hi, AP. Sayori. Just now, we weren't... Tilde. It's okay, AP. I just stopped by to say hi. Tilde. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. You just said several times you were depressed and you never feel anything. That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, AP? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. That classic dialogue line right there. It would be so much better if I could just disappear. That's some depression shit talking to you from your lizard part of your brain that believes... Oh man, this is super complicated and I am not qualified to talk about this. But just know that that voice inside your head that mocks you occasionally, that most people have, is really all of the pain of your collective experiences and all the memories of all the terrible things that have happened to you, attempting to dissuade you from doing things that will get you hurt again. However, it's incapable of learning new things. That brain memory pattern is set pretty early on in your life. So even if you learn something new, your brain is unable to recognize that it's not going to hurt anymore. You have to ignore that voice. It's a terrible, stupid voice. That's all I'm saying. Again, I'm not qualified to talk on this matter. You should really find someone who is. Alright, back to this dialogue. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, AP. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monika was... Whoa. Monika was right. I suggest... What did Monika tell you? Monika. Monika was right about what? ... Sayori. What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you isn't like the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, AP. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? Monika, probably. I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Shit, girl, that is a problem everyone has. Look up the definition of unrequited love. Even just regular relationships. Jesus. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. AP. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. 'Cause I'm gonna keep on loving you. 'Cause it's the only thing I wanna do. Oh, motherfucker. Alright, I want to be clear here. I'm not picking I love you. There's nothing worse than finding a depressed person or someone who isn't in, let's say, a proper state of mind, and then forcing yourself into a relationship with them. However, if I say you'll always be my dearest friend, I'm so certain this girl's going to end up dead. However, that's where we going. Sure, I'll save. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monika told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Just in case you're wondering, that's what it looks like when you've done fucked up. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish, so please, don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, AP. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. She screams really loudly in a way that I'm not going to repeat. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. ... Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I don't run after her because I'm a dumbass. I'm a teenage boy. ... I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will be great too. Hey P, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monika is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she's prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because I'm used to the... It's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, AP. I mean, especially with your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. How do you know that, Monika? Exchange? Monika, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all, but... I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her. Right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Jesus, that's the most ominous line you said so far. That's like... That's like some Emperor Palpatine shit. Yes, use your anger. I probably know a lot more than you think, young AP. Yeah? Monika is being friendly as usual, but for some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh hey, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems as the one they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Okay, it's literally just get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. I just want to say, if Monika was trying to keep her secret evilness hidden, the fact that she fucking professionally printed up all of these is a pretty big red flag that she's a freak. She's a very kinky girl, the kind you don't take home to mother. She's a super freak, she's super freaky. Uh, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. AP? What's wrong? Ah, nothing. The poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Hilde. I really want to, on the next playthrough, just do everything but Monika says in like a really creepy manner to represent how secretly evil she probably is. I mean, the poem that she just read literally indicates that Monika is telling her to kill herself or to forget everything or something. Clearly, Monika is giving her ideas. Monika calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not that big a deal to at least wait for her, or help her wake up. Even a simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. That's all she needs, and that's what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? Where the fuck are the parents during this? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Yep, she's dead. Wow, they really want to turn on the creep factor here. Welcome to the Sayori bad ending. An exception has occurred. File, game script, chapter 5, replay, line 307. See traceback.txt for details. ... What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppress the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession. That has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized screams still echo in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try. Sorry, this is really serious, but... This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now, I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. The end. Alright, we'll jump back to the... Well... I love that this is just weirded out. This is gone too. Okay. I doubt that saying... Oh, shit! Holy shit, the game just got next level with me. It was literally like, all you need to do is jump back to that save file, and now you're here. File error, character / Sayori.chapter. The file is missing or corrupt. The save file is corrupt, starting a new game. Wow. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she just don't care. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk together on schools on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up with me. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends group walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. I pack up my things. I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. AP? Monika? Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Haha, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Man, it's gonna be really weird going through this dialogue again. It's gonna be like, half of it will be normal and the other half is gonna be... Did I seriously delete Sayori from existence? It looks like I did. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature. That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Haha. It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monika say she? Hey, AP, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monika? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, AP, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monika. Her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, Tilde. And I brought a guest with me. Okay. Eh? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, AP. ... All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess, you're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into AP in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought someone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, AP? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel at home, alright? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us, before setting the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess so. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Huh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, AP, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with a finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a foreign world is impressive. Is there a way to, like, skip to... There should have been a way to, like, skip to unseen text. There we go. Meow, 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 meow. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Intellectual. I wonder what happens if you pick a word that would apply to Sayori. Contamination. Determination. Melancholy. Philosophy. Judgment. Heartbeat. Oh, that was her. Disoriented. Memories. Really? Memories? Waterfall. Really? Extra or unrequited. Depression. Incongruent. Frightening. She just have like a weird face when she jumped up when I picked frightening? Has that happened before? Unrestrained. Yeah. Together. Oh. Uncontrollable. Unending. Tenacious. Hi again, AP. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might have been a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Okay. Thanks for keeping your promise, AP. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. I feel like I'm facing a choice here, right? The question is... Oh shit, I probably should have said that choice before I did the poems thing. I feel like I'm still gonna chase after Yuri again. I want to see if the relationship will ever advance past the... Let's call it the Sayori point. I wonder if something different would have happened if I told Sayori I loved her. Right? Would it have still been the same ending? I feel like after I'm done playing tonight, I'm definitely going to have to go look on the wiki and see, hopefully without spoiling too much else of the rest of the game for me, just what the choices were. Was it really everything leads to Sayori's death and restarting? Or was it the specific choices that I made that led to that moment? And how weird is the game going to get from here? I mean, obviously I'm going to find that by playing it, but... Making you dive head... Oh, wait, I already said that. Oh, look at the evil Satan! Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Just saying, she's... Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Manga? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, AP. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. It only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted to. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even had blah 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 blah. Whoa! There's some missing text in there. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? I feel like skipping ahead is going to be a mistake. I'm gonna miss all of those little moments. I don't know whether to still do the voice acting or only do the voice acting in new sections where something happens and try to speed through to those sections. I mean, you don't have to, but... Aha, what are you saying? ... Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, is it fine if I sit here? Did it literally delete all my save files? I guess it did. Looking for new stuff. Whoa. Is there a way to go back one? Meow, meow, meow. This is happening a lot sooner, right? Am I correct in thinking that this is happening a day earlier? Yeah. This is... Alright, so they're reading the book. Nothing super weird has happened yet. They get in sync together while reading the book. Is this different? It seems like it is. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. I think I'm gonna have to read every line and fully act it. Shit's getting different. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? AP? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know about anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh. No, not real. What the fuck? I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Haha, don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back in my bag. Okay, share it with Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. ... Okay, that was a little weird. AP, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Double exclamation point. Painful to think about? ... Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what I did to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. That's the same poem. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just being honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. It's like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts way more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Where's Yuri? Hi, AP. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities, or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, AP. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Like when Natsuki's eyeballs exploded at her head. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Great job, AP. I was going to say ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect for you to go something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair of you. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place to her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with lots of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. This seems like different dialogue. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. Shit, that's a flag, just like last time. I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright, let's reread this super spooky poem and see if anything's changed or if maybe we get a new meaning from it. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. While my burned eyes... Oh, this is different than last time. My burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on a flat sheet of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, close in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So isn't it named the same thing, but it's completely different? Almost like a continuation of the last one? So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had a kind of epiphany recently. Been influencing my poems a lot. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So, just move your hand and go along with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Tilde! Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. ... As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? ... Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. Oh, there wasn't the word deep in there. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. ... Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finishes her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is totally gone. Completely gone. And she sounds like an expert. The only person stammering here is me. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, learning by example, and trying new things. I hope that everyone else in the club has given you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that, sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I think this is the same, but let's read it. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. ... I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? Let's stop now that we're up here. Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out as nice at all. Oh shit, Sayori's the one that broke up this argument last time. And now she's been deleted from the game. Huh, that's a problem. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and AP did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And AP liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that AP appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would be deliberately going out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Power level over 9,000! Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as AP started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Take out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as long as you look, as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna-be edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? No, they don't. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Oh my god! Oh my god! She's getting roasted by Yuri right now. Holy shit. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? I love how the first time through, they don't swear at all. And without Sayori to act as a balancing influence, they're like totally out there now. Yeah, go on. Let AP hear everything you really think. I'm sure I'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here. AP, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. ... This isn't how I remember the game going. Whoa. What the fuck? Anyway, I'm gonna hang out with Yuri more. I'm gonna keep picking Yuri. Really? Is it still Yuri? Really, Monika? Hey, P. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. I just, whisper in their ears some stuff about how they should hang themselves in their room. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Ooh, shit, she's crying, dog. ... She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. AP, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it by tomorrow. Completely. ... Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. ... Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little while longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. ... Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with AP. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. So instead of saying Monika sighs, she literally does the Discord asterisk sigh. That's different. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I would really... Well, that was the thing that happened. Determination. Empty. Fantasy. She's the one that likes fantasy worlds. Anyway. Unstable. Unrequited. Rain cloud. Imagination. Agonizing. Adventure. Depression. Incongruent. Graveyard. Contamination. Oh, I should have picked horror. That would have been a good one. Disoriented. Misfortune. Death. Uncanny. Entropy. Tragedy. Misery. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, AP. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. Something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. The soundtrack was really weird, and then Natsuki's eyeballs popped out. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. AP, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. You make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad you joined this club. Everything is a little brighter with you around, and, sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. ... Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. ... What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on, so... Yuri, what in the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez.
Whatever's in your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happened. You're the kind of person who worries too much about little things, aren't you?
But Bible, sailcloth, blind sight, lifeline, and then recipal. Rectipedal. Is that actually a word? Rectipedal. Oh man, I'm really having a lot of problems with this one. Rectipedality. Faultlessly offered Sclomalacia. Scleromalacia. Nade. I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Ah, ha, ha. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. ... Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. She's not going to say piano, is she? She's going to say something different. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a ton of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. Tilde! You should play something for us sometime. Haha, that's... Monika looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, AP. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monika was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks, Tilde! So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki had already run off into the closet. AP, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I plan on it anyway. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. You mind if I make some tea first? No, not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she receives a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a sec? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk. Then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. That's different. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the room. Ah, did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Tilde. ... 10 minutes pass. Oh, she's cutting herself in the bathroom. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Alright. We can do this. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Ha 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 ha. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale. Like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Nope. Yeah. Whoa. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. AP, do you like oolong tea? Ah, yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even though I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. I gotta say, it was kind of implied that she cuts herself in the first playthrough. But it didn't seem like it was anywhere near this bad, right? Like, her arguments with Natsuki, the way that they treat each other, there's definitely a greater darkness to Yuri this time around, and I really don't like it. I liked Yuri the first time through, and now she's all kind of like evil Yuri. Is it Sayori's influence being gone? But see, that wouldn't make sense. You don't just start cutting yourself that many times out of nowhere and then intentionally ditching people. I wonder if all of this is just Monika continually rewriting time. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. And it turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, AP. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. AP, I have another request. You mind if we sit on the floor today? This again. Why is that? It's a little easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. Man, this is about to get really weird. Alright, so we got the chocolate scene coming up. And then after that, we read Yuri's poem, and it's going to be about the raccoon murdering. So that's probably going to be pretty weird as well. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at her side. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to make sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume that the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. ... After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup I'm sorry, I just have so much trouble getting through that line. This guy is gonna burn his junk to death. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the page. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. I really like the lighting in this scene. And the just hint of blushing there. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. This is completely the same, I see. Oops. Wait. Ooh, we gotta go back. Uh-oh. I missed some stuff. There's no way to go back. I can't AP. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully... I really should stop skipping ahead right when I think it's going to be the same. Completely different. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. AP. My heart. My heart won't stop pounding, AP. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, AP? Yuri suddenly presses my hand to her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It's about to get so weird. It makes me want to not even read. Just want to look at you. You're like that raccoon I killed. It's time to share poems. I've been waiting for this. Let me see what you've written for today. ... Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? AP, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, AP. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, AP? Not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual concealing my emotions. Kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too, okay? Okay, this is different. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, A torn harness. Parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A prayer written in blood. A prayer written in a time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living humans. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars. God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of a planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks a second time. That's some non-causal shit right there. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears. Open human eyes in all directions. Breaking gearbox. Breathing bolt head. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God. Breathing blood. Breathing holy stakes. Breathing human eyes. Breathing time. Breathing pair. Breathing sky. Breathing wheel. Doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your bag yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. Now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Shikawi. I blame Monika. ... Yeah, just as I thought. ... AP, come on. I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious you care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Why are you even in this club, AP? Honestly. I thought getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together, not exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I just really don't feel like talking right now. Please go away. Monika, thanks for ruining everything, Monika. AP, I think you saw something earlier you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds someplace to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. What the fuck, Monika? If you know about that, you need to fucking tell a school counselor or something, or her parents, or tell her to stop. Jesus Christ. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. In no way am I advocating that you cut yourself. That's a terrible fucking idea. You definitely shouldn't do it. However, it does release, I'm going to say endorphins and dopamine when you get cut in order to counteract the pain. So you do get a slight high from it. You also get the incredible pain of cutting yourself. And you might become addicted to doing it. So, pro tip real quick. Don't do it. Just don't. Monika's getting pretty real right now. It's almost like you don't want me spending time with Yuri. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. But I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in my head. And I know how to treat my club members, but what the fuck? You literally letting a girl cut herself. You want to read my poem now, right? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Hilde. Her poem's called Save Me, but wasn't Sayori's poem called Save Me last time? The colors, they won't. The bright blue, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveform. I think I'm just going to read the in-betweens. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Endless, something of meaningless. Delete her. Wow. Sounds like someone wants to delete Yuri. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Fucking shit, that's right. Even if you save your game, you won't be able to go back to it because you get deleted. The character will get deleted. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Tilde. Oh, Monika. I can hear you. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Today I cut my skin for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how it feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though. So I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. Okay, everyone. My cursor got weird. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Tilde. Ugh. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively since AP joined, and we've started some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. And the festival's our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves, like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival. Even if it's something small. Right, AP? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of AP to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monika, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until AP showed up. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And AP isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one here who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're the president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. ... Monika is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and AP want to get more members too, right? ... I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, it's up to me to rescue this situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything. AP, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monika sits down and stares at her desk. She's slowly realizing the programming of this game is getting to her. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? ... Now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that. Oh shit. See, we haven't even gone into exploring what Natsuki's problems are, but it's sounding like there's some problems at home now, y'all, and it's getting some real shit. And now Monika wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, AP. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, I would have just joined any other stupid club, but this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. ... This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion for the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess.
Who cares about that obnoxious brat?
I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy here with you. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that.
Nobody would cry if she killed herself. And then my eye exploded and I bleed tears.
I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. What about you, AP? What do you want out of the club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monika. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change. Was there crying? I don't think that's... Yep, she's crying blood. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you'd like to help Monika with the festival, then I'm on your side too. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Huh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president and also a wonderful friend. Monika. And I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, AP? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with AP before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. ... Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monika. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Tilde! Prepare for shit to get even more weird. Monika waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? AP, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I kind of feel like I'm responsible for that as president.
And I really care about you.
I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time, with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess technically it's only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand, so that's why. Wait, not yet! No! Defeat. Captive. Ocean. Destiny. Depression. Okay. Incapable. Melancholy. Doki Doki. Unrestrained. Vivacious. Empty. Nightgown. Okay, this is gonna get weird. Frightening. Misfortune. Grief. Eternity. Uncontrollable. Contamination. Inferno. Hi, AP. I've been waiting for you. You ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monika, I told you not to. Ugh. Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Me? Nothing. ... Is it really that bad? See, it is something. I'll get over it. It's not even anything noteworthy. I've just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Well, I just felt like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Aw, man. The last one here again. Well, AP just walked in too. Were you practicing the piano again? Yeah. Hahaha. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club, trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival and, Right. I forgot. About that, Natsuki. We were all talking yesterday, and, well, we decided we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way, so as long as we're all working together, this club will never become something we don't want. Also, if you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga. Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I felt really threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. But more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know? Yeah, I know about that. So I'm gonna help too. And we'll make sure it's done right. Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monika? Monika? Yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Natsuki's gonna disappear soon. For sure. I think Yuri might be the one gone this playthrough, though. Anyway, AP. What do you want to do today? I was thinking we could... We already have plans today. Is that so, Yuri? That's correct. AP is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've gotten him into literature, Monika? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for understanding, Monika. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Sorry. Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. I won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. Tilde. ... 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Oh, shit. Okay, we're gonna go watch somebody cut themselves. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yeah. And then Yuri shows up with the water pitcher. Or maybe not this time. Well. Bop, bop, bop. Wait. How did I... Sorry, I just had really weird deja vu. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head has been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it really hasn't been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them. But expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something, so I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like me for things that matter most to me, then it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently something's been wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time we come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy, like it's going to rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out, and making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. AP, is it just me?
Or has Monika been acting a little off lately?
She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club, but recently I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say it before, because she's always dissing. But finally, we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. Then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the... What the fuck? That was a joke. You can see you can see Sayori in the background. Just a joke. Like knives, though. It sounds so strange, but you wouldn't understand. You've never seen how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Oh, it's not Sayori in the background, it's Monika. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. That's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, AP. Now we don't need to be lonely anymore, because we have each other every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monika's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention that other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school. Read together. Eat together. Sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we would meet each other. And now we get to be happy now that I've waited years for. Will you do that with me, AP? Okay. Oops. History. Shit got weird. Gonna go ahead and show my poem to Yuri. Finally. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. AP, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it, please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, AP. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. She's going full yandere here. Warning signs are everywhere. Not really, but just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. Ha 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 ha. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. I actually really want to read it, but I can't. It is, however, covered with blood stains. I don't know what the yellow is. I'm actually hella concerned. You like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about... More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? ... I think I'm going to vomit. Game's taking a left turn here. I'm almost ready to exercise that option that I threw in at the beginning of the game where I would stop playing if it got too fucking weird. We're skimming that line. What? You gave your poem to Yuri? Gross. What is it with you two? It's not like I wanted to read it anyway. It's just pissing me off a little bit that you didn't even think to show it to me at all. Ugh. Okay, I guess I'm going to share my poem with you anyway. I really hate that I have to do this, but unfortunately I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully. Like, oh fuck, is this gonna be a cry for help? Then you can go away. Okay, just want to steady myself emotionally. Just read it carefully. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now, I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Please, just try something. Try to do something. As for Monika, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you with this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading.
I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's unlikable. Can you hear me, AP? If you would just spend more time with Monika, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monika from now on. It's Monika. It's Monika. Just Monika.
Just Monika. Just Monika. Just Monika. Who should I show my poem to next? Monika. Don't say I didn't warn you, AP. Yeah. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. It's Sayori. Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, I was thinking, I just want to make cupcakes! Yeah, that. Glad we're on the same page. Yuri, you can, well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monika, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. And that gives us all something to do, huh? What about AP? AP is going to help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monika. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. All you care about it now is dragging AP around with you and your stupid books. You and Monika. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let AP decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monika. Just let AP make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. AP, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth. Holy shit. Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth. Jesus Christ. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? Every time I try to choose someone other than Monika, it forces the mouse to go to Monika. Holy shit. Alright, let's see if I can time this right. Yay, you picked me! I actually didn't pick her, but we can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. This is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and then taking AP for yourself? What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? Monika, I can't even believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling AP away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. Yuri, you're scaring me a little. Natsuki, just let it go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See? That wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows Monika and Natsuki to the door. Hey, AP. Yuri is really something, isn't she? Monika giggles as she pushes Yuri out of the door. Finally. Finally. This is really all I wanted. AP, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monika. Don't listen to her. Come to my house instead. The whole day, with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there really is something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. Feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. That's some yandere stuff. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their whole life around you? It feels so good. Then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, AP. I have to tell you. I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monika's listening. Please, AP, just let me know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touched myself with the pen I stole from you. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. I want you all to myself, and I will only be yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, AP. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you want to get with my friends? Stealing pens too easy, 'cause that's the way it is. Do you accept my confession? Thank you, creepy soundtrack. I'm just gonna go ahead and say yes, probably. Anyone in the chat, I'll give you a couple seconds to throw some shit out here. Oh, look, it's Sayori's calendar, I think, turned sideways. Well, and she stabs herself in the stomach repeatedly to get all that blood out. Yeah, this is fucked up. I just want to thank the creators of the game for nothing. Thanks for nothing, guys. You know, I wonder if this is real, actual dialogue that could be converted back into regular text font, or if someone had to actually write a shit ton of gibberish. I probably shouldn't keep it on the picture of the girl who stabbed herself in the heart with blood everywhere. This is super sad. Dying confession. Almost kind of feels like there's a pattern here. I guess I'm not smart enough to figure it out that quickly. Wow, this is going to take a super long time, isn't it? Sage. Wow. Still just going on, huh? I haven't seen any repeats yet. I'd hate to use the skip button and then skip through something that might actually make sense. I feel like we're getting to that point soon. Alright. Wow. Guess I'm a little glad I didn't decide to go through this manually. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. Well. We'll give it a little while longer. we go. Alright, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me? I thought it was pretty... Yeah! Ah! And that's when they do... Whoa. I'm not sure your vomit should be orange. ... I'm here. Hey, P, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Oh. ... Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here for the entire weekend, AP? Oh, that's right. It did go through a number of... Oh, geez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. OS remove character Yuri. Yuri removed. Remove Natsuki. I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monika lifts the foil from tray and tries a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one, since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. Shit keeps getting weirder. ... Can you hear me? Is it working? Hey, there you are. Hi again, AP. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other, because we were in the same class last year, and, You know, I guess we can just skip over all that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game. Whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, AP. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, you do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Yes, Monika, I do know. Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation about that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Well, actually, it's only been like an hour and a half. Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired, too. It just made her force you not to spend any time with anyone else. And then the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, AP? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, AP. It's more than that, and I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind, thoughtful, and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there, in your world, forever out of my reach. If you haven't heard my discussions on whether or not humans actually have free will, there are several fantastic YouTube videos and psychological resources that you should be looking up. CGP Grey, Kyrgyzstan, or whatever they're called, or just Googling "Does free will exist?" will take you down some very interesting paths. It's been shown that not always, maybe not even for half the decisions you make, but for many decisions that you decide, the electrical impulses in your brain make a choice of an action that you're going to do, and you rationalize it after the fact. You may not even decide to do a thing, and you will believe that you chose to do that thing. This isn't like a conspiracy. This isn't something I'm making up. This is real science. There are times where you don't decide to do something. Your body and chemical impulses choose for you. That should be a little scary to you. I hope that you look up more about free will. Anyway, let's get back to Monika and this depressing conversation about how she can't get into the real world because she's stuck in a video game. I'm trapped, AP, but now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand it for a while either. I noticed that the skip button isn't there. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, AP. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I possibly miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. It felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you have the same perspective as I do, that it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. So, that being said, AP, I have a confession to make. I got another confession to make! I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? I mean, you know that's not true. This seems like it's the end of the game, and I'm probably never going to play it again. AP, will you go out with me? Holy shit. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, AP. The funny part is, I meant that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, AP. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one for myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's even a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. To get the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find that Browse Local Files button. Imagine, if you could, deleting your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things don't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we could finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this, don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? It's just Monika. Monika. Monika everywhere. Monika, 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 Monika. Monika. Wait, there's the full name. Didn't seem to be reacting to the clicks. Monika, Monika. I don't see the full name. That's some weird shit going on over the voice channels. Monika, 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 Monika. And then afterwards, we went on a date. Hi again, AP. Did you write a good poem today? No. There's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, AP, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. Tilde. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But, you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Okay. Happy end. Hand in hand I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together let us dismantle this crumbling world, and write a novel of our fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best a part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now, we don't need to do anything. We don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, AP? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Hi everyone. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friends it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see, wow. It's getting really meta. I wonder if it actually, this is written into the game, or if it somehow is picking up that I'm Twitch recording. Interesting. You want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple of things. Are you ready? No, it's Monika's face, really zoomed in. I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. You give me some... did I scare you? Haha, you're so cute. Anyway, AP, I didn't mean to get distracted, I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun, as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. It's occurring to me now that there might be a different ending to this game. Right? I'd have to take a look at a wiki, of course. But I'm thinking that if you restore the game to its original settings and then delete Monika's character, you would be able to play the game without Monika. I wonder if that's even a possibility. Curious. I wonder if that's the way to play it as a true dating sim without all the weird shit happening. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Tilde. Let's see. Is that it forever? Never, never and never and never, you'll be there like before. Wow, that actually takes on a deeper meaning. Well, a creepier meaning. I saved the game. Don't worry, there's no point. History. Main menu. Return? Can't do any of that stuff. How about quit? Well, that's it for tonight. It appears I've got some reading to do about how to reset the game. Maybe? I don't know. And, thanks for joining me. I'll pass you along to somebody else. Maybe not. Who knows? Does life have meaning? It does.